Good morning, my name's Amber. I'm a flower farmer florist from Blooms on the Hill in Budgeree, and it's not as cold today. I was talking about the weather, but it's not as cold. So today I thought I'd do a 30 stem challenge. So these are always put forward by Georgie Newbury from Common Farm Flowers in the UK, and I think it's a really good idea. You go around and get yourself 30 stems and put together a bouquet or a vase arrangement, and I think it's fun for winter because it's a particular challenge when you don't actually really have any flowers. Bizarrely, I have some stock. It's somewhere behind me. Where is it? Oh, there. It's there. I've got stock blooming. Stuff I put in autumn, which is taken off, and there's a couple of really nice ones, which I know they're just going to end up dying soon, so I should just pick those. And I've still got some straw flowers, and I've got a couple of hellebores that have bloomed. I feel that they're early. I think they were later last, I don't know. And then there's some Sweet William and a few other bits and pieces. So I don't know how well the colours are going to go because I've got very limited things, but I thought it would be fun, and I thought I'd bring you with me. So come with me now. Right, my stock. These ones need to be picked. They've just bloomed early. It's crazy. I've got one purple one there that's fallen over. These are gorgeous. If you've never grown them, I highly recommend them. They're a one and done, so once you've harvested them, that's it. You just sort of need to really plant successions. So that's what I've got going on up here. These ones, there's some there that need to be replaced. But they're a beautiful flower. They've got a lovely smell of cloves, which I can actually smell at the moment. It's all wafting up at me. You do tend to get a lot of these little single ones where you just get a little sprinkling of flowers at the top. They're okay in a bouquet though. They still look nice. You still get the scent, but really this is what you want. You certainly don't pinch these out, of course. If you did, you'll just get no flower. But they're completely worthwhile, and I really like them. I didn't grow as many last year. I did a bit of a test run. But definitely going to have lots and lots of these. And they do quite well here because we don't get overly hot. So I found that I had some that are still actually blooming that I put in late spring last year. So I don't know. They've been surprising me. I haven't really harvested flowers for ages, so it's a little bit bizarre. Stock, you just need to cut them nice and long and then just strip. Always strip off the foliage in the field. They're so beautiful. It feels bizarre cutting these now, particularly this pink one. I've been looking at it for weeks. They last really well in the vase too, but these ones, you do need to harvest them when they're a bit more closed. So you get just some that have opened up, and then, but they won't last quite as long. So just when they're a bit more closed up the stem and some open is when you should be harvesting them. But yeah, I'm just looking at them and they really need to be cut. And I'll get one of these nice cream ones. Got a bit of yellowing leaves going on. They're lacking in something. Probably a little bit of liquid seaweed would do them good. Get those off. How many should I pick? There's another white one there that looks nice. So I'm leaving gaps here once I pick these, so I could just put new seedlings in just to fill the gaps. This is so beautiful. Really can't quite get over. There's another nice purple one. I did a video the other day about what I wear as a flower farmer, and I actually got these new pants yesterday. Look, new pants. And surprisingly, just to talk about my pants again, but I've got a problem where I'm size 14 around the middle, but I'm not a size 14 butt, so everything's usually baggy. In the end, I got these from a workwear shop, and they're corporate jeans. I don't know what brand they are, but they're made out of recycled plastic bottles, and they're really comfortable and stretchy. They look a bit dressy, but they won't look dressy once I start getting dirt on them. Anyway, stock done. We'll go and find something. Now, last season I trialed a lot of things. I've probably shown you my snapdragons before if you've ever seen any of these videos, but I had a trial There's lots of weeds. Ignore the weeds. I tried lots of things, and snapdragons was one of those things. And so these are from last season, and because they do branch out, I've still got them coming, which is really nice. So I don't know how long they'll last, and there's a few more over there, just down here. Whether they'll keep blooming and blooming, but hopefully, because they're just so pretty. So I think we'll grab some of these. My paddock that had my dahlias in it. So much work to be done in here. Dahlia tubers, some are left in the ground. I've got to put weed mat down to make some pathways. This here was actually supposed to be a garden bed. There's actually tubers, well, sorry, not tubers, dahlias actually left in. So there's actually plants, and they're just going to stay there because I can't be bothered getting them out. It's just too much work at the moment. But I had other things. I'd put some status in, which never did anything, but now it's flowering. There's another little piece up here. So I think I might pick that. And I put some leftover, well, you can't see it properly, down here. There was some cosmos that I put in late, and it is still flowering despite the fact that it's nearly the end of the first month of winter. So if that's still there, although I have a fear it might have blown away by now, I might go pick that. Nope, the cosmos is well and truly gone over. It was amazing that it was good for so long, but now it's just got too cold. I have Sweet William. Now I do have one hellebore. Well, I actually bought some more seedlings. I've got 3 more I've planted, but they're teeny tiny and they've only just gone in. This one went in a few years ago, and every year it's just been producing more and more flowers. It's really pretty. There is a stage to cut these. I think you'd have to wait till the seed heads are formed, but so they might not be quite ready to cut, but I think I'll cut them anyway. But it's just one plant. It's next to my water tank, and it's quite shaded here. It gets a bit of morning sun, but it's been doing really well here. My straw flowers seem to be sulking. They tend to open up on a sunnier day, but I might just grab some of these darker ones because they've got nice long stems, and I think there'd be a nice little pop of contrasting colour in amongst everything else. I was pruning my roses in my garden the other day. I've got roses scattered everywhere, and this one is wanting to bloom, and then there's a bud up on this part of the plant. I just didn't have the heart to chop them off yet, so I don't know, I'll cut this. It's very bizarre. Another test flower for me last year was Scabiosa. So this is Black Knight. I really love it. Well, that one's a bit blown over, but it's still blooming. I did grow a purple one as well. So this is just in my front garden. Very messy. You'll have to ignore the weeds. I just don't have time to do this part and the flower farm part. But I've planted more for this coming season, and lots of pretty colours, and it's all in my flower patch now. So I'm going to pick some of this dark one over here. The garden's looking so wintry at the moment, and that breeze is horrible. Might get some of this little pink salvia. I've got salvias everywhere through my front garden. I like this one. Ugh, the weeds. Don't look. Just grab some foliage. I've got this geraniums everywhere. Instead of, you can't really kill it. Just keeps popping up. It's a really nice bright green. I'm running out of options of things to put in with my mix here. Things that are going to match, but this is lovely. This has got kind of like a velvety sort of a flower. I'm looking at the leaves, it's like a sage. So I don't know if it's a salvia or a sage thing. I'm thinking it might be a sage. Correct me if I'm wrong, I have no idea, but it's sweet. My husband got a piece of this off someone he was shearing for. Looked in their garden and took a piece. He probably asked permission, but I think that would be nice. Alright, I thought I'd do it in a jug. Jugs always look nice. I only got one type of foliage. The other type of foliage I could have got, there's not much around at the moment. I could have got some gum. We have a really nice eucalyptus down near my dam, but it's a different sort of green. It's that bluey green, so it wouldn't really have gone very well. Anyway, I'm just going to have a play with this, and I'll put you on fast forward time-lapsey thing and just have a fiddle and try and come up with a 30 stem challenge. Finished, and I'm quite pleased with how it turned out, actually, considering it's just a real mix up of things. The flowers that I'd normally have as spike flowers, like the stock, and there's a purple piece hidden in here, they're not sticking out quite as much, which is okay, because these little purple beauties, whatever they're, did we decide they were sage or salvia? Can't. Anyway, they've become my spike. And these little dark pops, really like the dark. I think it's okay for something that I've managed to wrangle out of my garden in a winter. Anyway, I'm going to go and poison my blackberry that's in the bottom of my flower patch that I cut down, and I now have to recut the little canes and dab on some poison. Don't love it, but it needs to be done. I've got to get rid of it. So the fun's happened, now I've got to go do all the horrible stuff. So I will catch up with you another time. Have a go at a 30 stem challenge. It's probably easier if in the northern hemisphere, because you'd have a whole garden full of flowers, but big challenge in Australia at the moment because there's not much there.